More codex. Sacred Ashes of Andraste. Fearing that Mephorath's supporters would defile them, Hector took the ashes of Andraste to a secluded place high in the mountains, and there he carved from the living rock an urn to hold them. Time passed, and the whereabouts of the urn faded from memory. Perhaps it was the Maker's will that only the most worthy would find his beloved's final resting place. Now we have only a legend such as that of the Chevalier Lothair, who quested to find the urn to save his dying daughter, and either found it in time to cure her, or returned 100 years after her death. The ballads end less than certain on that point. From Thetis, Myths and Legends by Brother Genitivi.
And when the Maker spoke, chants of light scattered in the dark. Words of fear enigma.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Those who seek redemption be delivered. Let those who have sinned be forgiven.
And when the chant spreads across all four corners of the world, let it rise.
I'm off.
More codex. There are those who would tell you that the chantry is the same everywhere as it is here, that the divine in Val Royale reigns supreme in the eyes of the Maker, and that this fact is unquestioned throughout Thetis. Do not believe it. The Maker's second commandment, magic must serve man, not rule over him, never held the same meaning within the ancient Tevinter Imperium as it did elsewhere. The chantry there interpreted the rules, meaning that mages should never control the minds of other men, and that otherwise their magic should benefit the rulers of men as much as possible. When the clerics of the Tevinter altered the chant of light to reflect this interpretation of the commandment, the divine in Val Royale ordered the clerics to revert to the original chant. They refused, claiming corruption within Val Royale, an argument that grew until, in 487 Towers, the chantry in Tevinter elected its own legitimate and uncorrupted divine, Valhale, who was not only male, but also happened to be one of the most prominent members of the Tevinter Circle of the Magi. This black divine was reviled outside Tevinter. His existence an offense to the chantry in Val Royale. After 4 exalted marches to dislodge these rebels, all that the chantry in Val Royale accomplished was to cement the separation. While most aspects of the Imperial Chantry's teachings are the same, prohibitions against magic have been weakened, and male priests have become more prevalent. The Circle of the Magi today rules Tevinter directly, ever since the Archdemon was elected in 734 Storm, directly from the ranks of the enchanters to great applause from the public. He dispensed with the old rules forbidding mages from taking part in politics, and within a century, to the true rulers within the various imperial houses, the mages took their places openly within the government. The imperial divine is now always drawn from the ranks of the first enchanters and operates as divine and grand cleric, the Grand Enchanter both. This is utter heresy to any member of the chantry outside of Tevinter. Return to the days of the Magisters, which brought the blight down upon us. But it exists, and even though we have left the Tevinter Imperium to the mercies of the dread Kunari, still they have endured. Further confrontation between the Black Divine and our so-called White Divine is inevitable. From Edicts of the Black Divine by Father David Cairnus, 811 Blessed.
And then shall the Maker return to the Black City in heaven.
The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts. Please, you're scaring the children. Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at darkspawn hands. There! One of their minions is already amongst us. This man bears their evil stench. Can you not see the vile blackness that fills him?
Ignoring people, I know I intend to.
Darkspawn will feast on our flesh! Everyone will die!
Let me ask you this then, Morrigan. What if there really was a maker?
Then I would wonder why he has abandoned his creation. It seems terribly irresponsible of him.
He left us because we were determined to make our own way, even if we hurt ourselves. And he could not bear to watch.
But how do you know? You cannot ask him this. Perhaps he has gone to a new creation elsewhere and abandoned this as a dismal failure best forgotten.
I do not need to know, because I have faith. I believe in him and feel his hope and his love.
Faith. How quickly those who have no answers invoke that word.
How can someone who practices magic have so little capacity to believe in that which he cannot see?
Magic is real. I can touch it and command it, and I need no faith for it to fill me up inside. If you were looking for your higher power, there it is.
But only if you can control it. I do not envy the loneliness you must feel at times, Morrigan.
Leave me be. Loneliness would be preferred to this endless chatter.
Oh. Seems like Liliana struck a nerve. She is also quite persistent. I think there was rubble somewhere over here that had stuff I never picked up. I believe this is it. Oh, chainmail boots. Wait until later to turn that over.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
You're welcome.
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
It's a bit complicated, but you're welcome to come along.
Complicated? Somehow I imagine that only says half of it. Thank you for the offer. There may be more excitement on your path than is good for my boy and me. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
Codex got updated. Again? Maleficarum regrets. I won't go back. Let them hunt and dread finding me, but you, Melis, should not live this life. It would please me if you found a life in the Circle Tower. I left a few things there, mostly stolen from the enchanters. Sell them to find a new path. The cache is in the study area, middle alcove. Goodbye. Belgrus. I don't know if that's supposed to be in some other language. But whatever. Okay, we're gonna go. Did I pick up both of them? Yes, I did. Okay. We're gonna go to...
Speak.
You're gonna create some health poultices. Gathering party and venturing forth.
Bad dreams, huh?
Must have been something I ate.
Drank more like, as in the tainted blood, remember? You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
Are these dreams going to happen a lot?
It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me, too.
Any other surprises I should know about?
Other than dying young and the whole defeat the Blight alone thing? No. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Okay, let's equip Sten with something better than this. It's a great sword for him. Chainmail gloves, chainmail, and chainmail. At least now he has gloves, Veridium, which is tier 4, tier 3 there. The boots are the worst, but meh. I didn't realize I had 2 things of chainmail there. Oh well, whatever. Anyway, this is as good a place as any to stop right now. I'll see you guys next time.